Good evening, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from the YouTube channel as I continue on my part series, The Week That Was College Football History Review for Week 10. Games that were played on November 2nd, 1985. Let's get into Penn State, Boston College. This is a matchup where you had Penn State, they were ranked number 3 in the country against Boston College, and they won 16-12. So Penn State continued to sputter, needing 262-pound defensive tackle Mike Russo's winning touchdown on 21-yard interception return. Russo caught ball off deflection by defensive tackle Tim Johnson. Line defense also had goal line stand in second quarter as linebacker Shane Collins hit forced fumble on 1-yard line by fullback Ken Bell. One of 4 turnovers for Boston College. Eagles had 12-3 lead late in the third quarter when Bell scored on a 54-yard run. But this thunderbolt seemed to wake up lines facing 4th and 1 on 46-yard line. Penn State went forward, tailback DJ Dozier slipped wide against stacked defense, rambled around left end for 42 yards to set up a 1-yard touchdown keeper by quarterback John Schaefer. Russo scored moments later as Lions pulled out another squeaker. Boston College quarterback Sean Halloran led offense that gained 359 yards but was sacked 3 times and threw 2 interceptions. When was the last time I scored a touchdown as Russo at the game? Never. That's right. That's it right there. Maryland. See, was they ranked? No. They beat North Carolina 28-10. These two teams were ranked at the time. Number 11 Miami against number 10 Florida State, where Miami, the number 11 team in the country, beat Florida State, the number 10 team in the country, 35-27. During in face of pressure, Miami quarterback Vinny Testaverde stood tall to deliver team's 9th straight road win. Seminoles threw everything at Testaverde, sacking him 7 times, but were unable to prevent his 4 touchdown passes. Go-ahead touchdown came with 9:55 to go. A 30-yard touchdown pass to Hurricanes wide receiver Michael Irvin, who burned cornerback Martin Mayhew for 28-27 lead. Irvin has set it up with 22-yard reception. Testaverde added 1-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Brett Perryman. Florida State had open scoring on an 8-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chip Ferguson to wide receiver Hassan Jones. And Miami countered with a pair of first quarter touchdowns catches by wide receiver Brian Blades, but Seminoles tied it on a block punt recovery in end zone and built a 27-21 lead on Ferguson's second touchdown pass, 2 field goals by Derek Smith, the kicker. Next, Florida, number 2 team in the country, beat Auburn, the number 6 team in the country, 14-10. Coach Galen Hall was cruising at helm of Gators, advanced to 15-0-1 mark. He helped that thigh bruise suffered by Auburn tailback Bo Jackson limited him to only 3 plays in the second half. Florida's main weapons like tailback Neil Anderson, quarterback Curran Bell were banged up but playing, and they sparked Gators to winning 69-yard touchdown trip, realized with 7:18 left. With an 8-yard fingertip reception by wide receiver Ray McDonald on fade, pound for the second scoring catch. Big play up drive was 36-yard draw, 1 run by fullback John L. Williams. After scoring their sole touchdown on a 2-yard run by quarterback Pat Washington early in the fourth quarter. Tigers managed only to single first down on final 2 possessions, led by freshman defensive tackle Tracy Rocker. Auburn defense had 4 sacks, resulting in minus 53 yards. The Gators improved their gruesome record at Auburn to 3-21. Next, we got Louisiana State, number 16 team in the country. They beat Mississippi 14-0 for second straight game. The Bengals defense posted a shutout with help from rainstorm that turned SEC battle into a punting contest, despite needing 13 punts from punter Mike DeFrank and gaining only 245 yards. LSU won by reaching end zone twice in 5 minutes span of first half. Tailback Dalton Hilliard was a big scorer with 1-yard and 4-yard touchdown run to hit in consecutive possessions. Mississippi restricted by knee injury suffered by Kent, the quarterback Kent Austin, second quarter, gaining 149 yards, suffered 4 turnovers. Hopeful Rebels switched from navy blue jerseys to corner for second half without success. Ole Miss improved in second half, but saw 2 drives end on interceptions inside LSU 10-yard line. Was stacked up by Tigers goal line stand at 2-yard line. Next, we got number 22, Ohio State upset number 1 Iowa, 22-13. Thanks to yeoman effort by Ohio State defense, Ohio Cardinals left rainy Columbus without its number 1 ranking, with linebackers Chris Spielman and Pepper Johnson spilling ball carries all over the gridiron. Iowa was in trouble. Each linebacker registered 19 tackles, while Spielman also contributed 2 interceptions. They stopped Hawkeyes' tying attempt in third quarter. Win with Hawkeyes up 15-7. Iowa called for tailback Ronnie Harmon to run 4 straight times inside Ohio State 10-yard line. Johnson nailed him on 3rd and 2 at the 1-yard gain. Spielman crushed him on 4th down for no gain. Ohio State shut down Iowa aerial ace quarterback Chuck Long, forcing 4 interceptions, limiting him to 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Crowd noise eliminated audibles key to Long's attack management. Meanwhile, Buckeyes featured balanced attack and quarterback Jim Casados that turnovers into 17 points, including 57-yard touchdown run by tailback John Woodridge in second quarter. Next, you had a tie for 3-3 tie between Michigan and Illinois. Coach's sons played key roles as linebacker Andy Moeller, son of Michigan defensive coordinator Gary, made 19 tackles, and kicker Chris White, son of Illinois coach Mike White, hit crossbar on potential possible winning 37-yard field goal try at game's end because linebacker Dieter Herren, Michigan linebacker, got finger on it. Both teams scored in third quarter as White booted 36-yard field goal. Wolverines kicker Mike Gillette matched it from 49 yards in fourth quarter. Michigan drove to Illinois 12-yard line, when fullback Gerald White lost fumbled and covered by Illinois linebacker Bob Sebring. Illinois quarterback Jack Trudeau, although kept out of end zone by Michigan defense that also frustrated Iowa's Chuck Long and produced Jim Everett, surpassed Tulsa's Jerry Rome for NCAA mark for consecutive passes without interception. Eventually stretched to 215. Michigan wide receiver Paul Jokic caught 6 passes for 130 yards and his team's 142 yards passing. White would end the season as Illinois all-time top scorer. And last but not least, we got the Texas A&M Aggies against the Southern Methodist Mustangs, where the Mustangs, the Southern Methodist, the number 20 team in the country, lost to Texas A&M. 1917 SM Southwest Conference foes combined for 16 points in the final for 638, with winning three-pointer coming on 48-yard field goal by Texas A&M kicker Eric Franklin. 146 left. Earlier, Franklin missed extra point field goal. SMU had scored first on a 4-yard run by tailback Reggie Depard to cap a 47-yard drive kept alive with Depard's 3-yard run on 4th and 1. Franklin then kicked a 38-yard field goal in second quarter after the offensive penalty wiped out touchdown pass after wide receiver Rod Harris galloped 71 yards on return on second half kickoff. Aggies took third quarter lead on a 2-yard touchdown run by fullback Anthony Toney, who cracked 100 yards rushing barrier with teammate tailback Keith Woodside. After the Mustangs tied game with field goal, Texas A&M regained lead on wide receiver Shea Walker's 5-yard touchdown catch from quarterback Kevin Murray. Basic report allowed SMU to take lead at 17-16 as it marched 91 yards, minus 29 yards on pass from quarterback Don King to wide receiver Jeffrey Jacobs to score on a 4-yard run by tailback Jeff Atkins. 4:46 left. Aggies then went 50 yards to Franklin's winning field goal. So that concludes a look at week number 10, the games that were played on November 2nd, 1985. Week 10, let's look at the AP polls. November 5th, you got Alabama number 20, 19 Tennessee, 18 Brigham Young, 17 Georgia, 16 Florida State, 15 Louisiana State, 14 UCLA, 13 Auburn, 12 Arkansas, 11 Baylor. Now, here's the top 10. The round out is this. Number 10, Oklahoma State. 9, Michigan. 8, Miami. 7, Oklahoma. 6, Iowa. 5, Air Force. 4, Ohio State. 3, Nebraska. 2, Penn State. And number 1, Florida. That concludes a look at the week that was college football history review, the 1985 college football season. The games that were played on week 10, November 2nd, 1985. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel to reveal this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you soon.